How much does it cost to hire slot mobile game developers? 2022. Welcome to another episode of Oxano Global Services Podcasts. Here we can talk about the latest web, mobile and game app development, digital marketing trends, updates, trending technology. Want to stay updated? Then like, subscribe and follow our channel to listen to our podcast. In this podcast, you can learn about how much does it cost to hire slot game developers. Listen now. Most of us have a rudimentary understanding of the costs associated with app development and game development. However, there are some aspects to these industries that can be less obvious to those who are not in the know. This article will provide you with important information about how much it costs to hire slot mobile game developers and what is included in that price. We'll also explore how this number can change when one is taking into account certain variables, such as the types of games being produced or the experience level of the developer. This post will give you a depth understanding of what it takes for a company or individual to develop video games for online slots and how much this undertaking typically costs from start to finish. Overview of slot mobile game industry. The slot game is one of the most fruitful markets in the gambling industry. Any good casino products will be accredited to slot games. Online gambling has become a popular pastime over the last decade. There is a range of sites that offer this service which is subject to their laws and regulations. The main purpose of these sites is to allow players to play the games they desire for money or for free. Many people around the world have been enjoying playing these games for years, but some think it is too easy to get addicted if played for long periods, particularly if played for real money rather than just for fun. Online slots are highly popular in that the game involves a mixture of luck and skill. The player plays with the aid of a computer, which provides the player with interesting graphics and sound effects. The main goal is to try to match at least two symbols on a line or reel to get some kind of payout. Market statistics. 1. In 2020, the global social casino gaming market was estimated at $6.2 billion and mobile casino games were among the top grossing mobile gaming genres worldwide. 2020.2. The global game market is expected to reach $196 billion by 2022. With mobile gaming accounting for $95.4 billion of that total. The requirements needed for slot developers to produce these games include application programming interface, API, rules and instructions, updated software, 3D graphics, and gaming code such as programmable logic controller, PLC, real-time rendering, animation system, and physics engine. Factors affecting the cost to hire slot game developers. The location would be one of the main factors for mobile game development costs. If a game app developer is working from home or in an office within your country, you are going to save some money. The other factors are the developer's experience, type of resources, and development time. We have gathered a few main factors that affect the cost of hiring slot game app developers for you to consider while slot game development. 1. Location. Location factor is one of the major factors that affect the overall cost of production, as well as the time it takes to complete a project. To produce high-quality games, a company needs to have a sound infrastructure and professional studios with high-end tools for development. In addition, salaries in some countries such as Germany and Canada are much higher than in other places. 2. Experience. As is true with any industry, experience plays a critical role in the cost to hire slot mobile game developers and tends to increase overall costs. A developer with more experience often has more game development skills and is therefore much more capable of offering a higher quality product. 3. Freelancers are an excellent choice for those who are looking to save on total costs, as they generally offer lower prices than in-house developers. It is important to note, however, that the internet is not safe and the majority of freelancers have not taken the proper precautions to ensure that the product being developed for the customer will be completely tested before it is shipped. This can often lead to bugs or glitches that can result in customer dissatisfaction or even legal action against both parties. 4. In-house developers are often better than freelancers when it comes to quality, but they can also be more expensive. In some cases, hiring a game development company specifically for that purpose is more cost-effective than hiring an outside team. In other instances, in-house game developers may not match the needs of the project and may require redesigns or rewrites to make them relevant for the particular game. Other parallels between freelance and in-house development include professional development and full testing of all content. 5. Remote hiring a remote team has both its advantages and disadvantages. It can be difficult to manage anything more complicated than the most basic game, but it is possible to save money on the cost to develop slot games by finding high-quality talent in other countries. Some companies choose this route because they do not want their developers to work out of their offices, but some hire outside companies for legal purposes. 6. Offshore. Some countries that have low labor costs have also become popular as offshore outsourcing locations for development. However, these countries may offer lower costs simply because the workers are paid close to minimum wages. It is up to the customer to take this into account, as well as the risk of sending large sums of money overseas. 7. Agency. Developing a game requires having many different components that need to come together seamlessly. There is often no need for a customer to take on all these components by themselves, especially when there are companies out there that specialize in putting all of these pieces together and charge reasonable rates. They have all the knowledge and expertise needed to bring a game together without any complications and without wasting any time. Cost to hire slot mobile game developers. One of the most important factors is to understand the total cost that you will bear for developing your game. The various elements that are involved in creating a game must be taken into account when you're planning your budget. The average cost of hiring slot mobile game developers ranges from $20 to $300 per hour. While this may seem expensive, it is important to consider that if the game is developed through a traditional publishing deal, it will take far longer than normal to reach completion. Unless a company has in-house development staff, they will likely have to outsource down to freelancers who work on smaller projects and charge lower rates. In-house development costs can be much higher and can lead to other personnel costs. There are many factors that can affect the cost to hire slot game app developers, and you must keep them all in mind when dealing with mobile game development companies. Other factors include 1. Artwork. This is one of the most important parts of a game, especially if it features 3D graphics or video. Artists have very high rates, and so do programmers who create new kinds of animation, or custom graphics packages used in the creation process. 2. Legal issues. It is always important to check the legal issues relating to your game before hiring an app developer for any project. You should be aware of how situations such as plagiarism, intellectual property rights, and fair use will affect your product. 3. Game design. The design of your game is extremely important and will affect the amount of work required to create it. If your game does not follow basic user interaction rules, you will need a more experienced designer to ensure that it follows good practices. 4. Targeted audience. If you are looking to create a mobile game targeted towards kids, you will have to take extra precautions due to the nature of the target audience. You will also need to hire a game app developer who can ensure your game is child-friendly and follows all ethical requirements relating to children's online gaming. 5. Platform compatibility. Many mobile games require coding different platforms, common ones being Android, iOS, and Windows Phone 7, etc. These things also affect the cost of slot game app development, however, they are not easy to calculate. Each company can charge different rates, and the cost of individual parts of a game can vary greatly. For example, graphics packages cost far more than in-house artists or motion graphics artists. Why hire slot game developers from AGS? According to Market Research Future, gaming market size $177.8 billion in 2020 and is expected to expand further at 8.6% CAGR till 2030. Considering this, it is essential to develop games that will stand out in a crowded marketplace and make a lasting impact. Development can be costly and time-consuming. If there are any delays in development or mistakes made during testing, it can result in lost revenue or even higher costs down the road. Oxano Global Services is one of the best slot game development company to develop your slot game and help you maintain the maximum ROI. With over 8+ years of experience in the industry, Oxano Global Services have one of the best slot game developers. We have worked with hundreds of clients and seen their dreams grow into incredible games that are played by millions of people worldwide. Our talented team has produced games for almost every major mobile platform, so our clients get a best-of-breed experience no matter what their project requirements may be. We pride ourselves on delivering quality customer support, an exceptional developer-to-developer experience, and we make sure everything we do is efficient, effective, and responsive. Flexible. We offer flexible game development packages. You choose your needs and have the option to add more services to your project at any time. Trustworthy. We are a trusted game development company and have a proven track record of supplying quality services. Oxano Global Services is transparent in its dealings, and we offer detailed reporting at every stage of development to keep you informed about how your project is progressing. Skilled. Our team is comprised of highly skilled professionals, people who love what they do, who know what they're doing and who work hard to meet your deadlines. Experienced. We have a pool of experienced professionals who have worked on many big-name gaming and entertainment apps. This gives us the edge of being able to deliver premium quality services. How much does slot game app development cost when you hire a GS? Oxano Global Services offers 3 different models to suit your needs. You pick the one that matches your budget and we take care of everything else. 1. Fixed cost model. We will provide you with a fixed cost for the entire project with a clear scope of work. You can get a detailed estimate for this model by contacting us. 2. Hourly rate model. In this model, we charge an hourly rate for our services, which is calculated by multiplying the number of hours required to complete the project by our hourly rates. Contact us now to get an estimate on your slot game development cost based on hours required to complete your project based on our hourly rates. 3. Pay per milestone model. We also offer payments made in milestones. Just like with the hourly rate model, we charge an hourly rate for every hour of work completed, and at each milestone, the client is required to make a payment. We estimate our costs based on these 3 models, but you can get a custom quote by providing us with more details about your project and your budget. Get in touch today to know more about our pricing. Conclusion: putting together the pieces of a game is not an easy task, but in today's fast-paced world, it needs to be done. Slot games that have been well developed will be able to reach their maximum potential and will bring in a good return on investment. It is important to do thorough research before deciding on any game app development company. Companies must also make sure that they can trust their developers and can communicate effectively with them. Finding the right developer and the perfect game, both of which work perfectly together, can be tough, but only if gaming companies take the time to look into all of the different factors involved in the process. The above given top tips on how best to develop a slot game app will help you choose the right developers. You can be sure that Oxano Global Services provides only the highest quality services, and when you hire us, you are sure to get value for your money and a memorable experience that will bring you long-term benefits. We look forward to working with you. Contact us now and let's discuss your slot game development requirements. We would love to hear from you. Thank you for listening to us. We hope you are learning something new today. Get a notification for more such trends and technological innovations with us by clicking on subscribing or follow button. Stay tuned to listen to our new podcast. Frequently asked questions. 1. How much does it cost to develop a slot game app? The approximate cost of developing a slot game range somewhere from $25,000 to $2,000. If you want to know the exact price of slot game development, feel free to contact our slot game development experts. 2. How can I know more about slot game development? Kindly feel free to contact our team of dedicated slot developers for any kind of query or consultation for your slot game development solutions. They will be pleased to have contacted you and resolve every question you have about slot game development. 3. Which is the best game development agency for slot game development? Oxano Global Services is at your services as the best slot game development company. Our professional slot game development experts have extensive experience and talent to deliver the best project outcomes by understanding the client's requirements.